is a webinar, Employee Engagement, the Art of Employee Retention. Our subject matter expert today is Laval. She is an HR consultant. She has a ton of experience when it comes to understanding people, actually volunteers and nonprofits. That's where she's done a lot of work as well. So when we're talking about employee engagement and retention, we're also worried about volunteer engagement and retention. So this can be applied in many places. So at this point in time, I am going to pass the floor over to Laval.
Thank you, Carla, and welcome everyone who have joined us today. Like Carla mentioned, our topic today is employee engagement. Last time I delivered an HR-related topic, we talked about some time and cost-effective strategies for hiring the right employees. So what do you do so that you don't lose those people and don't interrupt the flow of carrying on your business? It's a competitive world out there, and employee engagement is a key element to any successful business. The ability to retain, attract, and engage your staff can make a difference to the performance of your business. That can be your competitive advantage. So let's get started. Next slide, Carla. So today we're going to talk about what is employee engagement, why does it matter, some quick facts, who is responsible for engaging the employees, how to get there, and finally, what are some key takeaways. Next slide. So what is employee engagement? Employee engagement is a workplace approach which is designed to ensure that employees are committed to the organization. They're committed to the organization's goals and the values. They're motivated enough to contribute to organizational success, and at the same time, the employees are able to enhance their own sense of well-being. An engaged employee is one who will be fully involved in and enthusiastic about their work, which will lead them to act in a way that improves their company's interests. And that is what you want for your business. Next slide. So why does engagement matter? We keep talking about engaging the employees. Why does it matter so much? Now, as a business leader, you would know that employee productivity is one of the lead indicators of any successful company, any successful business. When employees are more engaged, they're more productive. And engaged employees also mean reduced costs. And now you would say, how? Well, when employees are engaged, they will not just be competent and knowledgeable, they will be committed so that they can accomplish the strategy and the goals of the company. That will lead to lower accident rates, reduced sickness rates, as well as reduced employee turnover. All of these will make a positive effect on the bottom line of the business. And what is another major contributor to the bottom line of any business? Customers. And happy customers. So how does any business ensure happy and satisfied customers? Of course, I don't have to tell you that. You're all experts and in running your business, and you would know excellent product, services, prices, all of these are important to have happy and satisfied customers. But extraordinary customer service makes the difference. And how do you get there? Well, your exceptional frontline employees and the managers will get you there. Committed employees will go the extra mile to do what it takes to deliver extraordinary customer service, and that results in more engaged and happy customers. And don't we all want that? Next slide. So we have some quick facts here that are compiled by Gallup Management Group, the Hay Group, and Towers Perrin. Engaged employees perform 20% better than non-engaged employees. Offices with engaged employees are 43% more productive. Employees with the highest percentage of engaged employees on average increase operating margins by 3.64% and net profit margins by 2.06%. Those are very big numbers. Organizations with the lowest percentage of engaged employees showed declines of 2% in operating margins and 1.38% in profit margins. So we don't want that. Next slide, please. So when we see all of these numbers and we talk about employee engagement, then the question arises, who is responsible for employee engagement? Well, employee engagement is primarily the responsibility of business leaders. And you may say, why? Because leaders represent the values and the principles of the organization. Engagement is a behavior, and that is a result of culture. It's a result of an environment and the values, and leaders create that. So leaders should be role models. They should be able to walk the talk. Serve your internal customers. Your internal customers are your employees, and they will serve your external customers, which is, again, like we talked, for every business to be very successful, you need engaged and happy customers. Now, inspire the people on the company's core purpose. There are small little actions, and making employees realize that they matter go a long way. In just about a few seconds, we will, as part of our next slide, we will talk about some simple ways of doing that. But most of all, you have to remember, leaders must be genuine and they must be honest. Employees can see if you mean what you're saying. I read an article a little while ago on leadership, and one of the things that really stayed with me was a good leader is defined by what the employees think of them. Next slide. So now we come to the big question. How do we accomplish all this, and how do we get there? So you have to keep in mind that engagement is behavioral. We just talked about it. It's behavioral. It can be built through identity, through purpose, relationships, the kind of work environment, the opportunity to learn, and as well as, with all that, an opportunity to have some fun. So the first thing you can do is start with an objective and meaningful new hire orientation and an onboarding process. Organizations tend to give less importance to this, but trust me, there are many aspects of an onboarding process that have a lasting positive or a negative impact on employees. The same goes when the employee is leaving. You do not want them to leave, but it eventually does happen. So have a meaningful conversation with them. Take the time to have an objective exit interview with them. You will gain lots of valuable information to guide you for future, what you should be doing, what you should not be doing, what the employees are thinking, and that can guide you for future. So you may think, I run a small business where resources and cash are tight. These employees probably are leaving because they're looking for a pay increase, and I cannot afford it at this point in time. But let me tell you, experts say that pay increases can motivate employees only to a certain point. A lot of intangible rewards can help you to get started. So create a motivational culture. Praise your employees as often as you can and as often as they deserve. You're likely to get more effort from them. Next slide, please. So intangible awards. They're more effective, like I just said. Show your employees that you care. You wouldn't want your high-performing employees to leave. And even worse, you wouldn't want them to leave and join your competitors. So besides more money, there are other factors because of which employees leave. For example, organizational culture and weak leadership practices. And there are small things that you can do. Like I said, intangible rewards are very effective. So listen to what your employees have to say and listen actively. We just talked about praise. So appreciate them, recognize them, celebrate big as well as small achievements, little things that they have done and little targets that they have achieved, or you as a company and as an organization have achieved. It's just good to celebrate. It just improves everybody's spirit and want them to do better. Employees take care of your business. So you take care of your employees. Take care of their employees' safety. So make sure you're fully compliant and maybe organize some training sessions for employee awareness, maybe about safety, depending, of course, on your business. Some organizations and some companies might need more training on safety and some may not need as much. Assist in their professional development. Even as employees, even when they stay in your organization, they do want their own development as well. So take care of that a little bit. Not only technical training that will help them to do their job better, but there are sometimes other things that you can train them on, especially your leaders and the managers. Maybe have some training sessions for some simple leadership skills, some soft skills that will help not only the organization but themselves, their development, as well as they will learn how to manage and how to lead their group better. So even other employees, take care of their wellness. Help them maintain some work-life balance, like, for example. So if their job is such that it can be done remotely, allow them to work from home occasionally, or let them go a little bit early if there is a need and they're required to do that. Next slide, please. There we go. So another important thing is help your employees to see what your vision is, see what the company's strategy is. Explain the why in the strategy. People and your employees are far more likely to execute a strategy, and they will execute it wholeheartedly if they understand the why in it. Another acronym I found on the internet that said WII-FM really intrigued me, but it actually stands for what's in it for me. So describe your future story. Describe how this will benefit them, how it's going to benefit the customers, and in turn benefit the company as a whole. And of course, indirectly, that takes care of their job security. So if the company is stable, if the business is stable and growing, they would grow with the company. They would grow with the business. Share your concerns. If you have any concerns, share it with your employees, ask for their opinions. That is very important. Include your employees in solving any concerns or problems that you have. Let them be a part of the whole process. After all, they're the ones who are going to execute the strategy and any solution or the process that you come up with. And not only that, they're the ones who are dealing with the issue on a day-to-day basis. So they will have some realistic solutions. And you will also have their buy-in. So when they are part of the solution, you will have their buy-in. They will cooperate more. So win-win situation, right? And of course, it gives them a great feeling that they're bringing value to the company. That just elevates them, makes them more motivated. And in turn, they're going to be more productive, do more for the business. Emotional attachment to the organization is a very big component of engagement. Now, of course, you cannot have it as a requirement on the employment contract that you sign up. So, like we said earlier, create that culture that motivates them and has them to contribute more. But keep in mind, if you're taking some initiatives for more engagement and you're implementing them on one side, but on the other hand, you or other management teams or direct managers, they do not show a sincere interest in the employee's well-being, then that effectiveness is, it can be just jeopardized. So we already talked about it, walk the talk. Another important point is communication. Very, very important. Remember, it should be both ways, though. So from top down to bottom up. So set up a communication protocol, maybe. What is your communication promise to your employees? And what is the responsibility of the employees to communicate to you? So when you communicate your concerns, your wishes, your strategies, and how you would be going about it, and what is the future of the company, Similarly, if you welcome any input and communication from the employees, it just clears up the air. It just has a very relaxed environment. They feel more open to give ideas and contribute. Next slide, please. Takeaways. So what are the big takeaways from all of the discussion we've had so far? Engaged employees are more productive and make your organization's strategy happen. They improve customer engagement and satisfaction, and all of this drives the bottom line results. Leaders represent the values and principles of the organization. They must walk the talk, meaning what they say and build trust. They should inspire employees on the company's core purpose. Create a motivational culture by praising and rewarding the employees. Rewards do not have to be tangible. Intangible rewards are more effective. Strategic recognition is very powerful to increase motivation. If your employees will take pride in where they are and what they are doing, they will be willing to cooperate and contribute more. So, I'm just wondering, that is the end of our presentation today, if anybody has any questions.
I think a lot of what you said is transferable to a lot of organizations.
Absolutely.
It's good. Do you do, how many people are on this line? Is it just 2 or 3?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, today there's not as many.
Okay, all right. So
no worries. You know what? What I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to stop the recording, and then that allows you to actually